Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV with me, Meoni. Today we're looking at the last item on my list from 6.2's Island Sanctuary, which is of course the Isle Explorer's outfit, which comes with an Isle Explorer's hat, a chest, some hands, some legs, and some feet. It also comes with a second set of legs, which is the Isle Explorer's culotte, which is a short version as opposed to the leg-long version. Before we have a look at that then, let's have a brief look at how much this stuff costs. You're able to access this as soon as you get your island, and this might be something that a lot of people went for, honestly. You know, instead of actually saving your cowries before we knew what they were worth. As you can see, the larger items such as your chest piece and our legs are going to cost 3,000 seafarer cowries each, and the lesser items like the hat and gloves, the small items and the boots will cost you 2,000 each as well. For this, obviously, I've been saving up my Blue Islander Seafarer Cowries, and one of the best ways of doing that is following the link in the description to Leighton Gray's community effort, where they're putting together a spreadsheet as well as a Discord talking about the best solutions each week. So highly recommended. Check that link out if you want to make some cowries nice and easy. Let's go and have a look at this outfit then. It is raining, of course, so I think we'll go to a dungeon where we have perpetual light and the same weather every time we go in it. We'll look at dye options, and we'll also look at my ult, because I even ground this out on my ult so we have another perspective. Alrighty, here we are inside the Grand Cosmos, obviously from Shadowbringers on Explorer mode. Just a top tip for anybody who wants to get daylight pictures with no weather interactions. You can totally do that if you go into Explorer mode in here. It is always exactly the same time of day, exactly the same weather, so it's kind of perfect, quite honestly, as a backdrop. So let's have a look at this outfit then. As you can see, it is comprised of all those lovely pieces. We've got basically 6 pieces in total, but 5 wearable at any one time. I think the hat is probably one of the more striking items. It is really well detailed. I'm quite surprised at that. We have a lot of straw hats in the game, and they look awesome, but this one is so much more detailed, I think. There's a lot more pixels crammed into that. I like the belt across the top as well, with a little buckle there with a little bit of luminosity. Yeah, it's a really, really nice hat. We'll have a look at dyes in a bit. The chest piece itself then is obviously, we've got this neckerchief, which is really nice. I'll be interested to see how that dyes. We've got the satchels straps coming across the shoulders. It's very rare for us to have like backpacks and things visible in the game. So for this to have a backpack on it is quite a treat, honestly. This is probably one of the nicer items because of that, and quite unique. So if you've always wanted to look like an actual adventurer and it to be quite stylish as well, this isn't a massive rucksack. This is a nice little satchel, you know, probably with a map stuffed in the middle there and some other provisions. It's really nice, isn't it? And the detail on this is quite good, even close up. Very, very cool. The gloves, whilst we're here, have a compass built into the hands. I don't know if you can fully see that. Let's zoom in a bit further. I like that. It's a shame the compass doesn't work, but I suppose that would be like, that would be very hard for them to do. We have some kind of symbol thing there, probably a different, is that another compass? I'm not sure what that is. And then on the other glove, obviously we don't have that, so these are fingerless leather gloves. These legs in particular are the long trousers. They have a gap between the socks of the boots and the actual shorts, the trousers themselves. They're a little bit washed out, so I'm going to be very interested to see how those dye. We've also got this belt that doesn't quite go across, which is interesting. And then for the boots, we have some very cool looking hiking boots, I would call these. We used to have a pair of these every time we would go somewhere in school, actually. We used to have some sort of like mountaineering boots. Look very supportive, and I suppose that string would be supportive as well for the ankle. Quite nice, actually. I would wear those. So yeah, all in all, I think this set does look the business, doesn't it? It definitely looks like a cross between Dora the Explorer and, you know, Meoni the Warrior of Light, I guess. I do like the satchel. I think that is definitely the highlight for me personally. Right, well, let's have a look at the shorts as well, because I'm sure a few people will be wanting to know what those look like on a character. And the difference is quite striking. Now, unlike certain events in the game that didn't give us the option between shorts as a female character, as opposed to the male characters getting all the shorts. We got them with this outfit at least. So as you can see, they are thigh high, come down to your upper thigh, and yeah, they're the same material basically, but they sort of like turned up cut shorts. I actually prefer these. I think it is nice to have a bit more, a bit more skin. Definitely gives you that sort of explorer sort of situation. Yeah, I really like those, and it's nice to have that option between. But yeah. Right, well, let's have a look what this looks like on other size characters. Right, back on my Lalafell alt that I used for my second island, so I can give a good comparison of what this outfit looks like, especially on races of different size. Of course, male characters are going to be basically exactly the same. They can wear all of this stuff. I don't have one with an island sanctuary unlocked to be able to show you that stuff off, but I do have my Lala. That is a female Lalafell here. So this is what it looks like. I mean, very little difference. The only difference I would say is that how the gear is actually stretched and changed for the size of a Lalafell. The most noticeable thing is the boots, right? The boots are less noticeable of that arch. They're a little, obviously a lot smaller. But for the most part, they've done a really good job of keeping all of the elements of the design proportional to the character, which is really, really good. Yeah, there's not much to really talk about here other than it's quite a successful looking set, and I'm happy that I could get this on my alt as well. But yeah, it is a really nice set. All right, so when it comes to the dyes for this particular outfit, I have to say a lot of them are some of my favorites, honestly, the way they dye onto this fabric. I wish more fabric dyed the same way. As you can see on the helm, obviously we just have the band, the ribbon dyeing, which is to be expected, honestly, and it's probably the best choice, considering if the straw was to dye, then that kind of texture doesn't look right all the time when that changes color, as we've seen with other straw hats in the game. The chest piece and the legs, however, regardless of which types of legs, the boots and of course the gloves, all dye very solid colors. You lose some of the detail the stronger the color is, the darker the color, but the light colors, it really does just pop. The only thing that doesn't dye, as you can see, like one of the major things is the backpack. So if that was a deal breaker for you, obviously that's, going to be a deal breaker for you. But me personally, I think that's fine. I think having just the leather backpack, the color it is, and then changing the shirt color is more than acceptable. In fact, I think that I would prefer that dye palette over any of the others that they could have put in its place. Honestly, I think these dyes are fantastic. I would say that some are stronger than others, and darker colors do wash away the details, like I say, but it looks pretty good, honestly. Looks really, really good. I do think that a lot of people would have benefited from a warning label on Island Sanctuary telling people that, the blue Islander Cowrie currency is going to be useful for, upgrading your island. Because a lot of people, including my girlfriend, went in there and their first knee-jerk reaction was, I have currency, let's purchase glamour. And that's not anything that anybody should feel ashamed over, because that's your natural reaction. But it didn't clearly tell you how important Cowries would be to actually upgrade your sanctuary. So maybe that's something they can look at in the future, just putting a disclaimer before that, but at least we know for now. The thing that strikes me on this outfit that I really like is the fact that it arches around ears. So you'll notice that the Lalafell ears are not clipping at all. How lovely is that? I'd love to see that incorporated into more outfits. It would just be lovely to see that. I don't know if this works on Viera and Hrothgar. I would presume it does, but again, without actually having access to, one of those characters at max level, I don't know how I would be able to do that. I suppose I could preview it in a preview window. If I've done that, that'll be on screen now. But yeah. But it is a nice outfit, it really is. But some of the details are lost when you shrink it down, but not a lot, which is really good. Anyway, let me know what you think about this outfit if you have got this one yet. It's probably one of the first things that people got, to be perfectly honest. They were like, ooh, nice outfit. Glamour is a very important feature in the video game. So yeah, I'd be surprised if they didn't. All right, much love. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching these videos. More 6.2 footage on the way. We've got a live letter on the way that we're going to do breakdown of any news as well as more stuff in the game to look at. Have a good one, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.